Hello students, good morning and welcome to your beautiful channel that is 33.physics for you. Now in this video lecture we are going to solve example 1.12 of standard 12 chapter 1. This example is based on flux, right? Concept of flux. So let us start with example 1.12, an important one for 4 marks. Example 1.12, this can be asked for 4 marks, most important one. An electric field is uniform and in the positive x direction for positive x and uniform with the same magnitude but negative x direction for negative x. That is, if you move along positive x axis, electric field is positive, and if you move along negative x axis, electric field is negative, and having same magnitude. It is given that E is equal to 200 I cap. So let me write E along positive x axis, E for positive x axis is 200 I cap Newton per Coulomb. Let me write E1, and E2, which is along negative x axis is minus 200 I cap Newton per Coulomb, because it is along negative x axis. You can write 200 into minus I cap, that is minus 200 I cap Newton per Coulomb. For x greater than 0 and E equal to minus 200 I cap Newton per Coulomb for x less than 0. At right circular cylinder of length 20 cm and radius 5 cm. Length of a cylinder is given as 20 cm, that is 0.2 meter, and radius is given as 5 cm, that is 0.05 meter. Has its center at the origin and its axis along the x-axis. The center of the cube is lying at the origin of the coordinate system, right? And its length is along x-axis. So that one face is at x equal to 10 cm and other is at x equal to minus 10 cm. Figure 1.28. What is the net outward flux through each flat face is? What is the flux through the side of the cylinder, and what is the net outward flux through the cylinder? What is the net charge inside the cylinder? We have to find 4 different quantities, but what is actually given is, we have a cylinder, let us say this is that cylinder. The center of the cylinder is lying along at the origin of the coordinate system. So if this is the center of the cylinder, it is lying at the origin O. So this means that this will be y-axis and this is x-axis. The total length of the cylinder is given as 20 cm. So this distance will be 0.1 meter. 20 cm is 0.2 meter. So this is 0.1 meter, and this length will also be 0.1 meter. Clear? What will be the area of the cylinder for each surface? Look, this surface is along positive and electric field is positive. So let me write this as surface 1 and this be surface 2, because second electric field is negative for negative x direction. Right. So first thing is we have to find flux through each flat surfaces. So let me write area of each flat surface is, let me write A1, which is equal to A2, and that is equal to area of a circle is pi r square. So pi r square. So 3.14 into 0.05 whole square. So that will be equal to 0.05 whole square into 3.14 will give you 0.00785 meters square. This is the area of each flat surfaces. Flat surface means this surface and these are the 2 flat surfaces, and this is the curved surface, right? So flux phi1 for surface 1 for flat surface 1, flux phi 1 will be equal to vector E1 dot A1. Now for this surface, obviously area will be in this direction, perpendicular to the surface. So this will be the area A1, and electric field is also in the same direction, right? So here you can write this is E1 A1 cos 0. So that is equal to E1 is 200. If you don't want to write cos, then let it be, because we have written I cap and all that. 200 I cap dot area we got as 0.00785 I cap, because it is also along x-axis. So 200 into 0.00785 will give you 1.57 Newton meter square over Coulomb. I dot I will be 1. I dot I will be 1, right? So this will be the flux for surface 1. Now for surface 2, obviously you can write surface to the right and left, right? We have given name 1 and 2, so we are writing 1 and 2. Phi 2 will be equal to E2 dot A2. Now E2 is actually minus 200 I cap dot area will be same 0.00785, but it will be along negative x-axis. This will be the direction of area A2 and electric field E2, right? So into minus I cap. So this we already multiplied, this into this will be equal to 1.57. Minus into minus will be 1. So minus into minus will be plus, and I dot I will be 1 Newton meter square over Coulomb. Clear? If you want, you can write in different way, E A cos 0. Again 0 because both are in same direction. For curved surface, second thing is we have to find a flux for curved surface, that is surface 3. This curved surface, phi 3 for surface 3, that is curved surface. If you want to write, you can write curved surface. This is our surface 3. Now for surface 3, area will be along y-axis. This is the direction of area, and electric field is either along this direction or in this direction, right? So in both these cases, area and electric field are perpendicular to each other. So flux phi 3 will be equal to E3 dot A3, and that is equal to 0 because E3 is perpendicular to E3. E3 is perpendicular to A3. E3 you can consider this as E3, or if you want to take this for this part, this will be E3. So in both these cases, both are perpendicular to each other, electric field and area, so flux will be 0. Third thing, we have to find the net flux. The net flux phi will be equal to phi 1 plus phi 2 plus phi 3. So this is 1.57 plus 1.57 plus 0. 1.57 plus 1.57 is 3.14 Newton meter square over Coulomb. This is the net flux. And the last case is we have to find the net charge. So as we have discussed, we know that flux phi is equal to Q by epsilon naught, which implies that Q will be equal to phi into epsilon naught. So therefore Q will be equal to phi is 3.14 into epsilon naught is 8.85 into 10 to the power minus 12. So 8.85 into 3.14 will give you 27.789 into 10 to the power minus 12 Coulomb. This will be the total charge enclosed by that cylinder. Clear?